Hi, welcome back to the channel. It's a cloudy, dreary day today, but it's supposed to clear up a bit later on. I'm driving to the start location of a special group ride, and you're gonna join me. I got invited to what I thought was a regular weekend group ride by a member of my cycling club, Frank. When I got the invite, I wasn't too sure what he was planning, so I called Frank to catch up and find out more about the weekend ride.
Hello.
Hey Frank, how you doing?
I'm doing well. The ride Saturday is going to be so exciting. I'm so happy to have you join us.
So what's the plan for this weekend, Frank? How many K we riding?
For this Saturday ride, there's two co-captains. It's myself and Fausto. So this weekend is a 90-kilometer virtual ride, but normally we would ride 200 kilometers from Toronto to Niagara Falls.
Wait a second, is this the cancer ride you guys do every year?
This is it. We've been doing this. This is our 12th year.
You guys have that team that you ride on all the time. Riders for Riders.
Riders.
That's the one. Who started this group?
Jimmy Brockett decided that he wanted to raise funds in memory of his son and help beat cancer. What Jimmy did as part of setting up his team is he designed these jerseys. He designed it all for his son. Ryder's favorite color was red. Ryder's favorite number was 33. And 33 has an interesting story behind it. It's the parking space number that Jimmy used to park at the hospital for Ryders cancer treatments. And he would call out, 33, Daddy, 33. I remember Jimmy explaining this story to us. And by the way, I have a spare jersey for you. It's an extra large. It's going to fit you perfect.
Extra large? Come on, Frank. I never wear an extra large. What are you calling me, fat or something?
Oh, sorry.
Smaller than that. Okay, we'll see what happens Saturday.
Great.
Okay, so I'll see you Saturday.
Okay, thank you. Exciting weekend coming up. Take care.
I've never been on a cancer ride before, and since I was invited to be a guest on the team, I thought you might want to experience it with me. These charity rides usually attract thousands and thousands of participants. Have a look at what the Rider for Rider team usually looks like. Because of the shortened virtual ride format this year, I don't think our group is going to be as big. But judging by the cyclists on the road here, it looks like this route is a real popular one. Just as I was pulling into the parking lot, we all got a text message from Carl wishing us well. He couldn't make it this year. To show his support, he did his own ride in the Riders for Rider kit. I found myself a parking spot, got my bike ready, and rode over to meet everyone. Before we got on the road, Frank and Fausto insisted we line up for a group photo to commemorate the day. And here it is. What a great shot, huh? We were finally ready to get started. A farewell kiss, a wave goodbye, and we were on the road.
Chicken dick, there I go. Transnorth Shore, Dana, yeah. Read my records. It's 4 a.m. in the morning time. You have to move your waistline. Tell it. Keep your worries away. Step in on the club, you have to break all day. And just do the break, do the break, do the break. Original Dana. Come on, pick your mama, daddy, one chicken, drum up, that earth side swagger. Y'all get holla, cause they can't get better. Right into the hood and I say, step better. Hey, I'm doing okay. Everyone the realest come round my way. High definition like a Blu-ray. Bitch, my master call me Kanye. Now break it to the left, to the break, hey. Now break it to the right, to the break, hey. Now break it to the front, to the break, just to the break, to the break, to the break. Now break it to the left, to the break, hey. Now break it to the right, to the break, hey. Now break it to the front, to the break, just to the break.
From the look on everyone's faces, they were having a great time getting to know each other.
You look good with that jersey. It's like you belong to this team.
That's the other co-captain, Fausto, always the joker and keeping everybody in good spirits. Fausto told me his story of why he's involved with Riders for Rider. It's an interesting one. Have a listen.
This particular group was led by, a father who lost his son, and, that's a powerful story. I got an email from him. I understand you're not riding with the group. Here's my story. Have a look at the video and let me know if you'd like to join the team. I still remember it like it was yesterday, and this is like 8 years ago. And as soon as I saw the video, I had to shut the door, bawled my eyes out, just cried. To understand that it's a dad, that lost his 5-year-old son. I mean, it's one of those things you have to do. You have to help. So I sent an email to Frank with the video, and he started crying. And 5 minutes later, we emailed Jimmy back and said we're in.
Up to the time, up to the ceiling. 911 is a some white killing, good white shilling. Yes, we be dealing with all the pretty mamas with a dancehall feeling. Fuck, make a really copy tribals, I'm ready no this to the room, we no want look.
As we were riding along, we bumped into all kinds of groups supporting the same cause. Before you know it, we were at the midway point and rolled into the rest stop.
Okay, let's complete the questionnaire and then proceed to...
We had to show our credentials to get into the rest stop. Cycling all those kilometers builds up quite the appetite. We parked our bikes and joined the party.
Del Carnaval, 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 del Carnaval.
As I was sampling some of the refreshments, I got to chatting with Frank, and he kept telling me about how they usually end the ride with a special send-off. He sent me a video of it, and I'll show you a bit later. The person at the center of attention here is Nahid. She's been with the group for 4 years, and she's riding with a yellow flag on her bike. They have a special meaning on these cancer rides. If you see someone with a yellow flag, they're cancer survivors. Knowing what she has to deal with personally, it's hard to believe she's riding with us up and down the hills, cruising along the roadway kilometer after kilometer, smiling and enjoying herself just like everyone else. When I rode alongside her and saw the yellow flag representing her battle with cancer, it brought about some emotions inside of me I just can't describe. You had to be there to understand it. If you've been on a cancer ride and know that feeling I'm talking about, comment below. Maybe you can find words to describe it. And if you're enjoying the video so far, why don't you show your appreciation? Smash that like button below. We wanted to stay and party all day, but we knew we still had several hours of tarmac to travel. We got on our bikes and made our way to the finish. I was really enjoying myself, meeting all these people and seeing their passion for the cause, traveling down these pretty country roads. I thought this was a great ride, and then I noticed a couple of people from our group pulled over to the side of the road. I slowed down to find out what was going on, and I overheard them talking about Fausto.
He wasn't able to shift into his big chain ring.
Wouldn't you know it, we end up with a mechanical. I turned my bike around and headed down the road to see if I can help out.
Yeah, what it is this got knocked down.
Oh yeah, it is low.
It's actually, this is hitting here.
Oh, so...
This, you gotta readjust this.
The adjuster barrel anywhere? No adjuster barrel?
This.
So what is it, screws or is it Allen?
Allen.
Oh, you got screws? Doesn't it sound like George, Tony, and I are having more fun fixing Fausto's bike than we did at the party? That's the way it is when mechanics get together. With the tools we had, we didn't think we could get the bike fixed up. We told Fausto to keep the bike in a lower gear, and with that decision, we rejoined the group and continued on down the road. As we were riding along, we strung out into 2 different groups. I stayed a little further back to pace along some of the other riders, and I noticed up ahead, the riders in front of us were getting farther and farther away. I figured they would pull over at the next turn and we could regroup there. But that didn't happen. We continued riding down the road and missed the turn altogether. Eventually, the group in front of us noticed we weren't with them and they sent someone back to find us. He eventually did, and we decided the best course of action would be get to the next major intersection and make a phone call to the group ahead. As we approached the intersection, we saw a bicycle with a yellow flag on it. And who was it? Nahid. She also missed the turn and realized something wasn't right when no one came to ride beside her. Now that we were all together, we called the other group. If you've ever been cycling in a group and gotten lost, I'm pretty sure you've made a phone call like this one. Everyone was happy to know we were back together again and safe. The only problem was we were so far apart, it didn't make any sense for us to regroup. I knew the area fairly well, and I had a way of getting us back to the finish line. I told the other group my idea, and we decided to go with it. The route I took everyone back on was shorter than the official one, but it was on nice quiet roads with a few lumps in between. Everyone quickly realized those lumps were hills, but we enjoyed climbing them and making our way back to the finish line. We knew we were going to be there before the other group, so we waited around in the parking lot. But then things started to drag on, and we had concerns of what happened to the group. Then we got this text message that said the group was stuck at a railway crossing. Eventually everybody made it to the finish. Now I promised to show you that video Frank talked about of how they regularly end the ride. I'll let Frank explain it.
On the last is all of the riders to carry a red balloon with them. We carry them across the finish line. And we get off our bikes, we huddle. Jimmy says a few words to all of us and thanks us for the weekend and all the hard work that we put in. And then we all release the red balloons and we stare up to the sky and we see them fly off in memory of Ryder. And
that's quite the heartwarming send-off for everyone. One thing that Frank and Fausto never mentioned in this video is that they're riding for family members who were struck with cancer. I think I finally see why they keep doing this over and over and over again. Being part of a team with Jimmy gives them a sense of community, and it keeps their family members' spirit alive. If you're interested in finding out more, check out the links below. I want to thank Frank and Fausto for having me as a guest on their ride today. I really learned a lot, and I hope you did too. If you like this ride video, why don't you show your appreciation? Smash the like button below. And if you want to see more ride videos like this, hit the subscribe button. As I'm driving back home, who do I spot on the road? Nahid. Bye, Nahid. Bye. We'll see you soon.